Hi! Oi!
Hi! Hello! Ah, oi! That's great! You know Portuguese
Um
already.
pouquinho.
Pouquinho. Lauren, it's such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Look, I've been listening to Lento remix all morning, actually the whole day. I love it. Oh my God. I was
Thank
telling your
you.
fans just now that I love the original version, but I think this one with Pablo, it has like an extra touch with her voice. What
Right?
did you think of the result?
Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think Pablo added such a beautiful flair to it with her voice, and her verse is just so fire. Like she freaking ate that shit. She wrote the shit out of that. It just, I don't know, I love it. I also love what Bravo did to the track. Like I love the like kind of Brazilian feel to it, and adding like a kind of like speeding it up a little bit. It's like such a vibe. I just love it. I've been listening to it all morning too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I was thinking that maybe you had a direction for the song, or you just let Bravo do
I
whatever they had
let
in mind to do.
I let them do their thing on it, and I'm so glad I did because they just killed it like that. I just when I heard the first version of it when it came back to me before it was even mixed, I was like, oh, I had my earpods on and I was like, look at this. Like I was like, whoa, okay, like let's do the switch up. I love like the pre-chorus, the way that like my voice comes in and out and like it like hits. I love what Bravo did to it.
I love it as well. I love Pablo. And how did you come across Pablo's name for this collaboration?
Well, I've known about Pablo for a minute. I've followed Pablo for a while now. Like, I mean, they're iconic. She's iconic. Like, she's literally
She
iconic.
is. She's so unique.
So unique, so iconic, and I just love what she does. I think her music is fantastic. I think that she serves looks 24/7 for these hoes. Like
Yes,
she be snatching wigs. She's just beautiful, and I love her energy too. Like she's always been so supportive of me as well. So it's just kind of like been like this like love affair from a distance, and then we finally she heard the track, and when Lento first came out, she was so supportive of it, and she was just like, dude,
yeah, she was always listening to it on her
exactly.
story.
And like her caption, like she posted this iconic picture of herself, and like the caption was like, "Bitch, I was raised by Brazilian waters." I was like, yes, bitch. So it was only right. It was only right for her to do a remix.
That's great. And we've been hearing about a collaboration between you and Pablo for months. Finally, it's
I
here
know,
now. So, is there
finally.
any chance that you two might release like a brand new single together in the future?
Maybe.
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 Ah, I would love that.
I
Oh
would
my God, I would
also
love that.
I would also love that. Yeah, I mean, I'm down to work with them whenever, but I was so talented, and Pablo is so talented. I'm down. I'm down, dude. I love to make music. I'm an artist, so I love writing, I love vibing, and I love doing new things. So, I'm super open to anything that happens that manifests between us.
Awesome. And of course, Pablo is a very much loved artist here in Brazil. And I think this collaboration was a huge gift and an amazing surprise for all of your fans here in Brazil that has been they have been so supportive of you like since day one. So how is your relationship to Brazil and Brazilian
My
fans?
God, I love my Brazilian fans. I mean, they know. Eu te amo muito, muito, muito. Like, they have been so supportive of me forever. They were so supportive of the group, like insanely supportive of the group. But then, as I went onto my solo career, when I first did a tour, I went on tour with Halsey, and my first ever
Yes,
show was in Sao Paulo. And
I
I
remember.
have. Do you know about the tattoo? I literally have a tattoo
I do. I do.
of
Yeah, amazing.
the day that I performed, because like I performed three new songs that I had never performed before, that I had written, like in the few months that the group had ended. Like I had like a few months to put together music for the tour. And they knew every single word of every single song by the end of the song. And they were just I couldn't even hear myself half the time. Like when I would show up to I would be singing. I'd be like, is that me singing? Is that her? I don't even know. The whole crowd was just so animated and so loud, and the energy that I get in Brazil is just so magical. So I love you guys.
I felt that because as soon as we announced that we would talk to you today, they stormed my Twitter with so much love and so many questions for you. I couldn't even
Beautiful.
like choose all of them, but I tried as much as I could.
All right,
And
cool.
I spoke to someone from Lauren Jauregui, Brazil. Their user on Twitter is Lauren Con BR. And they asked me to tell you that they created this magazine based on your attunement series on YouTube, and they have like physical versions of it. And when, as soon as they sell it, the money they raise selling it, they send it to charities.
That's so beautiful. That makes me so happy.
That's
You're
beautiful.
kind of breaking up. I don't know if it's me or you, but
Oh, sorry.
you're kind of like pixelated. But that's really dope. Whoever did that, like that's amazing that you're selling a magazine and giving money to charity. I'm glad that you're giving the money away because if not, I would have to come for you. But I'm glad, honestly, the fact that it's a charity situation, dale, make the money.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. If you go to their account, Lauren Con BR, you can see the pictures. They have like 5 different editions. I thought it was so beautiful.
I
And the
love
charity thing, it
that.
was super down to it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and they also asked me if you'd like to come to perform on São Paulo Pride, because I don't know, maybe it would be an amazing
That would
opportunity for
be
you to come in and
so,
perform together with
oh
Pablo. Can
my
you imagine that?
God, that would be magical. That would be so magical. I would love that. I would love that. I'd love to perform at Carnaval. I would love to just
They asked about Carnival too.
all
I
of the
think they know
things.
you very well.
I would love that, honestly. Like any chance to perform for you guys is just like a dream and a blessing. So I absolutely. If I'm invited, I'm there, bitch. You already know.
Yes, and you shared on your social media today that Lento Remix is the last release pre-album era. So I want to know, what are you working on? How your songs are coming?
Yeah. Well, I've been working on this album for like 3 years now. Um, and I'm finally at the final stages, like actually at the final stages to where, everything is just, I'm working on like instrumentals and intro, outro, interlude type stuff. And just like making sure all the instruments are right and all of the lyrics are right and then ad libs, backgrounds. I'm just doing finishing touches right now. I had like a little bit of a health thing that I had to go through for a minute that kind of put me on a little bit of a pause. And also 2020 put a huge pause on everything because
Yeah,
I
for
was
everyone, really.
exactly because I was in Miami and I couldn't really like, fly to LA because of everything that was going on. I flew over once though and I got some stuff done, but people weren't doing sessions. People weren't didn't want to be in the studio, so I wasn't able to really finish. So now I'm just in that process. I'm heading back to LA very soon to finish, and then
That's great.
hopefully
Great
get all these
news.
videos together, and then just like kick off this first round because there's gonna be multiple rounds of music. I've been creating, and I've got a lot inside of me that I still need to get out. I haven't even gotten everything out. I haven't gotten anything out from what I've learned from last year, so. I have like a whole nother album already in my mind, ready to go.
I can imagine that. And you might be like extra excited for what's coming next, of course. And your songs pre-album, they are very much like down-tempo
Hmm.
music,
Yeah,
trap vibes mixed with Latin rhythms. Do
yeah,
you plan to continue on that vibe on
yeah,
your album?
yeah. So there's more of like it's more like an R&B alternative pop mix, and then there's like there's elements of my raíces. There's like the trumpet is going to be very present. I love like a brassy
Very Cuban, right?
Cuban trumpet. Yeah, you
Trumpet.
already know. I love that kind of vibe. It's also very guitar heavy. I love electric guitar. I love guitar in general. So there's a lot of guitar in it. And yeah, it's honestly like a lot of the songs are really focused on the lyric content because that's what this particular album was about, was me like getting my heart out on a platter and being able to like sift through all of the shit that I had been through and
Yeah.
undo and unlearn and relearn myself. So this first bit of music is gonna be like my shadow self, like my exploration of my shadow self. So that's what people are
Yeah.
gonna be getting.
That's great, and I think people are very excited for this. And I know it's not, they always ask you for a date and something. It's just expectation and anticipation. I'm very sure of
I
that, and a lot of
know.
love too.
I know. I honestly, it is gonna be coming though. Like I'm not fucking around this time. This time is really coming. And once y'all understand the story of why it's taken so long and all of the above things, you guys will forgive me. I promise you'll forgive me. And we will head into our new
They
journey
will.
together.
They will forgive you for sure.
As soon
And
as
I
the
think,
first one
you
comes,
know,
they're going to be very well fed after the fact.
that's great. And as you said, you are an artist, so things take time, and it's not
Exactly.
like song here. There it
Exactly.
goes. It takes time.
Exactly. And on top of that, it was like, you know, I went through a lot of trauma while I was in the group. You know, not to say it was anyone's fault or anything. It was just
Yeah,
the
just
whole
personal.
experience. The whole experience was very intense and intense for me. And I lost myself a lot during that experience. So I had to really find myself again. And thank God for music. Like, thank God that I have the ability and the gift to be able to express myself through that and to have been able to shed these layers and really like become the woman that I've always known I was, but couldn't really be.
Yeah,
So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to express myself so beautifully through music because I love my songs. I love the songs.
of course. Of course, you have
I love my
to.
songs, so I'm excited to share them, and I hope that other people love them too, you know. But either way, to be honest, like music for me is therapeutic. Music for me is
Oh,
the way that
for me as well.
exactly, it's the way that I
I'm
make
on the same boat.
yeah, it's the way I make sense of the world around me. It's like it's just it's deeper than just like putting something out to sell to people. It's really about um, figuring myself out and being able to air out my energy and my emotions. So that's why it's taken, that's
Oh my God,
another
hands
factor
down.
as to why it's
The
taken as
same for
long as
me.
it has, you know?
Yeah, of course. And do you have like any collaborations on your sleeve, or you're more focused on singing on your own and putting yourself out there?
Well, the majority of the songs are me on my own because I feel like, you know, people have been getting or people most of the music that people have of me is like a feature type energy where they have other voices on the track. So I did focus in on making sure that majority of these songs are, you know, me so that people can get a
Yeah.
taste of my energy and really know me and my voice and my energy on a song. Pero I also do have some collaborations as well because
Any Brazilian artists? People were asking about a possible collaboration between you and Anita.
not on the album, but definitely. I mean, I'm so open to collaboration with Anita. Like, I love her. I think she's amazing. She's a super dope girl. Like, we're friends. Like, she's a really beautiful person. So I would love to. You know what I'm saying? She's so fun and she's so real. I love real ass bitches. She's real as fuck, and I love her.
That's great. What about your visuals? You know, I'm a bit obsessed with your visuals. I really love the video for more than that.
Thank
So I'm
you.
excited for what's about to come with your new era in terms of
Oh
visuals.
yeah, the visuals are definitely going to be profound. Hopefully, I'm able to express myself to the fullest capacity because for if it were up to me, I'd have a movie for the whole entire thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I would make a music video for every
It could
single
be a
one of the
visual
songs.
album.
Right? I would love that, but I'm going to take some money, honey. You know what I'm saying?
It costs a lot. It costs a lot. Yeah.
So we'll see honestly though because I also am working with like an incredible creative director who I think is going to be very like clave in helping me develop how to get these ideas out and not because I don't really love I'm not really into like overproduction. Like I don't need like excess, you know, crazy
Mm-hmm.
production value. I'm really more about the intention of the song and capturing that whatever way it needs to be captured, and simplicity is very much part of my essence.
Yeah.
um so you know there's gonna be, of course, I think some songs are gonna have more production value and then other songs are gonna be less of production value and more about the performance and more about like the connection, the words, however that manifests. But it's definitely going to be profound. Whatever it is that's made is going to be, it's going to come from my heart for sure.
That's what matters after all, I guess. And I know your friends know that too.
Yeah, I know they do. That's why they're still rocking with me. That's why they're still here because they know me and
Yeah. And you know,
they know the wait's going to be worth it, which I appreciate. I appreciate that they believe in me so much. Like they don't even know, like they've held me down through a lot and continue to hold me down through a lot. And I'm just, I mean, girl, I'm trying to get emotional here. Relax. No, but for real though, like connecting with you, like looking into your eyes, like I love you and I appreciate you standing by me. And I promise you it's gonna be so worth it when this music comes out. And you guys are not gonna regret having stuck by my side, I promise.
You know, the majority of messages I received from all of your fans are, tell her how much I love her. Tell her how much she means to me.
My
Tell her how
cutie.
much she helped me go through whatever situation. So I think it's mutual.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
I'm super happy for talking to you. Thank you so much for making time,
Of
for being
course.
here and being so open and cool and sweet.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And thank
I
you guys for
love the
showing up.
remix.
Oh, I said,
Yeah, all of them here. They are sending so many messages here on the comments. You can see them.
yes,
And yeah, I love Lento remix. I hope another collaboration with Pablo comes out because I love her as well, and I think you two mix very well.
yes, I agree. So, cheers. I'm open.
Cheers to that. Thank you so much, Lauren. I hope to see you anytime soon, eventually when you come over.
Definitely. We'll meet up in person when I get to Brazil.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye, Angel.